Hey, this is Jay Nichols, and I'm just testing, experimenting with this live casting, and we've just begun the Blue Mind online book club this weekend on Sunday. On Sunday, we read Celine Cousteau's foreword to the book, and then yesterday and today we read the preface that I wrote. This is the book. It's called Blue Mind, and I guess that may be showing up backwards. The surprising science that shows how being near, in, on, or underwater can make you happier, healthier, more connected, and better at what you do. And it's been a really fun book to research and write, and now to share around the world with the 100 Days of Blue book tour, and now the Blue Mind online book club, which will go until the day before Thanksgiving, when we'll read the last bit of the book. So we're reading about one chapter a week, with the exception of this week where we're reading one chapter plus the preface and the foreword. And that amounts to about 5 pages per day. So not a particularly blistering pace. If you get in trouble and get behind, you can catch up relatively quickly. It's not that hard to catch up. And we will be having conversations like this, hopefully throughout. I'll maybe read a few sections here and there, and invite some of the protagonists who appear in the book to join us as we go. We'll have some neuroscientists and some big wave surfers and water people, water lovers of all kinds, hop here in front of the camera and have a little chit chat from time to time. So that's really the long and short of it. If you use the hashtag BlueMind, you'll be able to keep track of all the action on Twitter. If you go to my blog, wallacejnichols.org, you'll find the link to the schedule, and you'll find a link to the Facebook page. There's a Goodreads book club. We're trying all the different online social media and offline tools, such as the actual book. And this is the preface. But I just wanted to read a little bit of the beginning of the preface because I think it sets the tone quite nicely. One of the many possible ways to describe a life would be as a series of encounters with various bodies of water. Time spent in, on, under, or near water, interspersed with the periods spent thinking about where, when, and how to reach it next. I have to say, my life is just like that. I think about when and how we're going to get in or near the next body of water, and the time in between is just sort of the dry time on land. My first body of water, of course, was experienced as a zygote in my mother's womb, probably just like you. And the last, at least as I now imagine it, will be in the form of ashes cast over the Pacific. We live here on the coast of California in Davenport, an area we call the Slow Coast. And it's a wonderful stretch to the Pacific coast. And I imagine that's the patch of ocean where someday those I leave behind will cast my ashes. In between, I've been fascinated by and privileged to know many ponds, tanks, rivers, bottles, pools, lakes, streams, buckets, waterfalls, quarries, tubs, mists, oceans, downpours, and puddles. As children, we delight in water. As we grow older, water also becomes the matrix for sport, relaxation, and romance. My parents took me to the Caribbean as a small child. The photos from that trip seem so familiar that I can still feel the day, sitting on the beach next to the ocean, smiling in the Bahamian sun. I believe my happy memories of the sea were carried forward by those cherished, faded photographs. And I posted one of those photos on the Facebook group, the Facebook event for the Blue Mind online book club, and you can see a picture of me with my dad in 1969 in the Bahamas on the beach in the water. It's quite a nice moment. I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to read any more. Maybe I'll read a little more later. I just wanted to say thanks for joining this experiment, joining this online book club. Really will work best if you share your thoughts and share your insights, share your early ocean memories and photos of it. You share the book with your friends, invite them to join us, and don't be afraid of just reading and catching up and joining in the conversation, because ultimately that's why I wrote this book, is to start a conversation about the cognitive, social, and emotional benefits and services that we get from healthy wild waters. And that's what the conversation in Blue Mind is all about. So thanks a lot. Thanks for watching this, and thanks for part of the Blue Mind online book club. Oh, one last thing. Try to make it really easy to find the book on your shelf by, well, putting a blue marble on the spine that resembles these blue marbles that we share all over the world. So if you don't understand the business about the blue marble, you will by the time you get to the end of the book. And if you would like to get some blue marbles to share with your community, with your class, with your friends and colleagues and family members, let us know, and we'll give you some. They're quite nice way to say thank you to the people who take care of our little blue planet. Thanks. See ya.